All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Kodash, the water, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for giving us the spirit of truth in these last days, which we cannot receive. Double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone, that taught us his truth, and double word, Barakathon, peace, love, and salutations to the Zekwani wa Achim, Shalom to the elect. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and I'm going to start at verse 17. Isaiah 24 and 17, it says, "Fear in the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth." Right, and we know that who is this talking about? The so-called white man Esau Edom. All right, because the so-called white man Esau Edom is pretty much has been given power, okay, over the whole earth. All right, and guess what? He's ruling the planet Earth in complete wickedness, and this is according to the prophecies in the book of Revelations, the 6th chapter. Okay, all right, it speaks about that horse. All right, and it said, and death and hell followed him, man. You see, and who is that? One of those horses, so-called, Esau Edom. And this is why everywhere you go, all right, the main topic, all right, whether it's your music, okay, or whether it's people at your job, or people just in general, all right, you turn on the news or something, guess what? It's fatal shootings, all right, mall shootings, you know, whatever. It's death, man. You see, death and destruction, man. You see, but what? It is upon the so-called white man Esau Edom. And that's what's coming by the way of ultimately these thermonuclear missiles. It's going to be the fire, the ultimate cleansing agent that cleanses this place, man. All right, so it says, verse 18, I read verse 17 again. "Fear in the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth." And who is the earth inhabitant under? Let's get that. Isaiah 24, all right. In verse 5, it says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof." See, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. See, so so-called white man Esau Edom is the inhabitant of the earth, man. All right, he has pretty much broken every law in the scriptures, and this is why the earth is being ran in complete wickedness, man. Because he's a man of sin, and the scriptures speak about that, man. And what? He has transgressed every law. All right. With that being said, what? Sin is transgressing the law, man. Now, although he do swear on the Bible, okay, but ultimately that's why he's going to be obliterated from the planet Earth, man. All right. So going back to Isaiah 24, verse 18, it says, "And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundation of the earth do shake." That's right, and that's going into the missiles, man. See, the thermonuclear missiles, which you have tension right now as we speak, by war tension pretty much being stirred up, right, with Russia and Ukraine right now, man. You see, and we know that Ukraine is pretty much backed up by the U.S., which I believe Biden, okay, just sent unwavering, help out there, if you will, man. Okay, because the Russian troops are pretty much on their border. All right, and see, this is all biblical prophecy, because ultimately Russia, which is the land of Gog and Magog, is written about in Ezekiel, or the 37th chapter, to what? To be a guard unto the nations, man. See. Meanwhile, you still have Jake out here twerking, all right, and rapping, man. That's all you know Jake for is a twerk and a rap. Other than that, Jake don't know nothing. Hey, scripture say they're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no understanding, man. All right, so continuing on, it's the point, verse 19. "The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly." See, so the earth is going to be clean dissolved, man. Why? Because the cleansing agent is going to be that fire, man. Once the missiles hit this place, all right, okay, this place is going to be obliterated, man. And there's no going back. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of 2nd Ezra. All right, scripture in Isaiah, the 55th chapter, all right, that the word that the Most High spoke, it shall not return again unto him until it have been executed. Roughly paraphrasing. This is 2nd Ezra. Now I'll make this quick because I hear Jake getting ready to come through the door with that noise. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I know it says a sword is sent unto you. Yeah. Let's get that real quick. Salakia. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Verse 14, 2 Ezra 16 and 14. My bad, Salah. 2 Ezra 16 and 14, it says, behold, the plagues are sent. I'm sorry, verse 13, it says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, right? And that bow, right, ultimately is, the bow and the arrow is what? The arrow being a missile, and the bow that's going to be launching it is it coming out of the silos, man. So there's your thermonuclear missile, one of the thermonuclear missile scriptures, of many scriptures that speak about thermonuclear missiles right there. All right? Because what it says, for strong is his right hand. What's up, bro? For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Right? And these missiles are going to be shot into the ends of the world, man. And once they begin to be shot, there's no coming back. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Shai is the one that's going to be pulling the strings, if you will, man. You see, on the minds and the hearts of the people to pretty much fulfill his will. All right? All right? And that will is what ultimately to what? Obliterate this place, man. Because what has it done? It has destroyed, okay, the hearts and the minds of our people, you so-called Negro, Latino, African Indians, man. So, and ultimately this place is cursed. All right? So the Lord is going to do this place a favor by cleaning it, man. And the way he's going to clean that is by thermonuclear missile fire, man. All right? Thus said the Bible, thus said the prophecies. All right, and it's the point, verse 14, it says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume, all right, consume the foundation of the earth. So the earth is going to be consumed, man, by what? Thermonuclear missile fire, man. You see, and that's why the Lord Yahweh Shai said, what? Come, man, let's get that. Romans, Revelations 18. This is why the Lord told us to go prophesy and blow ye the trumpet in Zion in the book of Joel. That trumpet that's being blown is the prophets out there prophesying, man. Okay, and telling you what, the time of war is right around the corner, man. That's why Russia and Ukraine are pretty much going at it. Why? Because it's all biblical prophecy, man. And that's just a piece of the pie, man. The ultimate, the icing on the cake is going to be when Yahweh Shai return in the midst of that third world war, man. Revelations 18, and right to the point, verse 2, it says in slop. Verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, see, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And we just read in 2 Ezra 16 chapter, it says the plague is sent, all right, and shall not return again unto him until it, matter of fact, so that way I don't butcher it. The plagues is sent. The ultimate plague is going to be that missile when the Lord put it on the hearts, all right, of these kings, all right, to press that button. You see? And that's it for you, you devils, man. All right, that's when you through. All right, you already through, but you're gonna be through times 2. All right, once the missiles get shot off. Slovakia. Yep, 2 Ezra 16. Yep, get right to the point. 2 Ezra 16 and verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent until and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So the missiles are not going to pretty much return until they accomplish that which the will of Yahweh Shai, which it pleases him to get rid of this place. All right, and let's go back to Isaiah, all right, 24. Okay, in verse 20, it says, the earth shall the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. See, so the earth, all right, is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. Why? Because the missiles going, when they drop, okay, they're going to be hitting, all right, on a heavy level, man, to where the earth itself, when you watch that movie, I think it was 2012, I believe, but pretty much it showed, and also too, what's that, it just came to my mind, the event, I think it's the Avengers Apocalypse, right? Okay, and pretty much towards the end, all the nations were sitting around at that round table, all right, and they just pretty much was pushing the button, man. Okay, and that button being to let the missiles, all right, come out of the silo, man. And in that movie, it also said what the missiles were coming from like Syria, okay, Russia, Iran, okay, North Korea. All right, so forth and so on, from the Middle East, man. And what the scriptures say in Joel, let's get that. All right. Just real quick, and we can go ahead and close out because I don't have that much time or that space, so much space on this phone. It's alright though. So we're gonna have all the time in the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Shah. But first, this work gotta get done. The blood gotta get off our hands first, you know. But this is I know I ain't tweaking. Hold on. I'm sorry, brothers. I'll just get it from the tablet. Salakia. Joel 2, I believe. Salakia for that delay. This is Joel 3. And this will be the last precept. Joel 3. Yep, Joel 3 in verse 10. It says, "Behold, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And all these weaker nations who have been beaten down and trodden over and given a cup of that Babylonian juice to drink and be naked, all right, in the eyes of all the nations, all right, they're waking up over that hungover, man, or that hangover, man. You see, now they're coming to the conclusion that, look, we got to get rid of this whore that sitteth upon the beast, man. She is the reason why everybody's destroyed, because of her philosophies and her democracies, man. So they're saying they're strong by saying, what, we're military capable now, all right? We have missiles. Hey, Iran, it just came out, I believe, like a few weeks back. Iran has missile cities, man. All right? This is the point. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So the nations are being assembled together to come against this place, man. And with that, you know, America is going to be ultimately destroyed by thermonuclear missile. All right, fire, and the earth shall reel to and fro as a drunkard, man. So with that, Lord's will is edifying to the elect. To the next time, call Allah Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash, double honors to our apostles, that's great millstone. Peace, love, insight, takes according to Achim Salam.